At the end of the day, when you're sitting with yourself and you're in that darkness, you got to face yourself, you got to deal with yourself, and you got to deal with your thoughts, right? We don't understand what other people got going on, and we have that empathy. We'll try to understand, but we have to make sure that we're taking care of our who ourselves, right? So healthy decision making involves adapting into new information when it becomes available. Like I said, when you know better, you tend to do better, and you begin to improve, you begin to grow, right? So sometimes people could be stuck in situations that no longer serve them, right? So people are going to operate the way that they operate. They're going to do what they're going to do, right? But you have to do what's going to be beneficial for you, right? So being committed to growth often is more important than being committed to past decisions, right? So you don't have to be stuck into someone else's way of operating, the way of their thinking, right? We can think for ourselves, and we're able to grow and improve, right? Moving forward in regards to practical refrain, right? You can honor your past decisions without being trapped to them. What's right for you then may not be right for you right now, right? So like I said, we got to be able to understand the difference of, before and then in regards to the past and how you're trying to improve moving forward, right? So change direction doesn't mean that you erase those lessons along the way. It doesn't mean that, you feel me? Like you could take that with you, right? You was there, you was present, you experienced it, right? But you're improving, you're trying to go in your own way, and that's perfectly fine, right? So another thing I want to be able to take in consideration is that we are not meant to be followers, right? You feel me? In that sense, right? You have to have a mind of your own. You got to be able to really think and assess and really have critical and rational thinking, because where are you going? Where are you trying to go? And everybody's goals and everybody's, you feel me, is going to be at where they're at. But you have to be, you feel me, be practical, be realistic, and understand that. And we have to mature. We have to grow up. You're gonna be an adult one day, potentially, right? And just in general, for anybody else out there, right? We have to be able to, like I said, use our brains and use our minds on a positive note, and really understand that everybody is not going to be able to go where you're going to be, or have the capacity or that willpower. Everybody's going to do what they're going to do for them, and you have to do what's going to be beneficial for you, right? So moving forward in regards to micro action, because when we know better, we tend to do better. But let's have some, positive thinking in regards to how we're able to improve. Think of an area where you've been forcing yourself to stay the same, right? Whether you're just trying to blend in, you're following the crowd, or you're being complacent, yourself habit. Like, what's really going on? So really think about an area that you're just forcing yourself to stay the same. Ask yourself, am I holding on to this because it serves me, because you're afraid of changing your mind? Like, someone told you to do this, right? What's really going on? And then you also, like I said, you got to take control of your life, right? We have to have that, like I said, that willpower. This is something that you're able to kind of just come to your senses amongst yourself, right? But give yourself that permission to consider the different path. Give yourself the decision to do what's going to be beneficial for you. Give yourself the decision to really, think for yourself, right? So